Uprising beautiful people. So I was about to make a video about how terrible, awful 2024 was for me. I was about to list out all the awful things I experienced and how rough it was and how it was the worst year ever and how 2024 was truly the year that broke me. But then I had to step back and check my perspective, because I'm honestly learning that our perspective is what truly makes or breaks an experience. Our perspective is what shapes our experience. So, for example, like right now, I'm living in a tent. I lost my home, we lost our vehicle, we lost a lot of sources of income for us. We don't have access to power, we don't have access to water in our yard. And at first, I was looking at it from a perspective like, oh my god, my life is over. What is going on? Like, my life got turned upside down, and this is the worst year ever. And I'm going through the worst experience in life, and I hate it, and I can't wait to get out of this. And why me? Like, Jah, why me? Why am I going through this? Like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, am I being cursed? Like, what's going on? And then when I took a step back and really hold a meds on it, I'm realizing that I, in and of myself, truly don't have any issue with living in a tent. I've always dreamed of living in a tent ever since I was like a girl guide. I always said like I want to live in a tent or I want to live in a van life. Any van life creator on YouTube you can mention, I've watched them, I've obsessed over them, I've watched all their videos because I truly wanted to live in a tent or a van life. That's what I wanted. And now that this is my reality, I'm gonna cry about it just because it didn't happen on the circumstances that I expected, just because it didn't unfold in the way that I thought it would have, just because I don't have the option. Like, I would have a house and then I would have to go in a tent so I could choose, but now like this is my only option. I feel like I'm cursed. Why me? I was gonna make the video and I was gonna title it like 2024 was the year that truly broke me, but then I realized, like, what if it's not? Like, well, I know for sure I'm not broken. And what if I could look at this from an absolutely different perspective? What are the beautiful things about this experience? What are the things that I love? What are the things that I'm full enjoying about this experience? How about I focus on those things? And after I shifted my mindset and adjusted the way I was thinking, the way I was speaking about this experience, like, life became absolutely beautiful. Truly, like, I'm not even being extra. And at first, as I told you, I've always wanted to live in a tent. I always wanted to live in a van. When I started feeling bad about my situation or my circumstances is when people started to chatter in my ear, like, oh my god, you crazy, like, how are you doing that, why are you doing that? Like, what I was truly trying to get out here is that I only started thinking negatively or feeling bad and ashamed about my situation or circumstances after people started to come in with their chatter and negative talk. And these same people were people who could help, like, get us out of this situation, but they chose not to. They rather just talk. Living in alignment with natural order is bizarre, absolutely crazy to some people, and some people would never truly overstand it. Like, I only started feeling ashamed or depressed about this living situation when people started to talk in my ear. But me, in and of myself, like, I don't have any issue. Like, I'm having fun. I wake up to the birds, I hear everything. I'm so close in nature. I spend like so much time outside now, more time outside than inside. So I'm truly grateful for that, and that's something I've always wanted for myself. I'm also able to live a slow and more intentional life. I've been having much more slow and intentional days. I've been able to spend days with my son. I've been able to homeschool him more consistently. I've been able to craft and create. Like, that's all my day consists of, like crafting, creating, spending time in nature, walking barefoot, planting, gardening, cooking, eating. When I really sat back and thought about it, I'm like, girl, this is your dream life, so how are you gonna complain? I didn't imagine that I won't have any access to power, electricity, or running water, but that's something that we can sort out down the road. So that's nothing to mope about or be sad about. I just had to come to the realization that 2024 was not the year that broke me. 2024 was my year of metamorphosis. It was my year of transformation. It was my year of evolution. And I'm truly grateful for that. Like, yes, I had to experience isolation. I had to be separated, isolated from things and people that I thought I needed, people that I thought loved me, people who I thought were on my team, but they absolutely were not there. I had to be separated and isolated from those things, and I was kind of going through a form of withdrawal in the beginning, which made the experience depressing for me. But this is exactly what is happening. I'm coming out of my withdrawal phase and seeing this whole experience from a different perspective, from a different lens, from a more grateful lens. I had to go through death of a form of me that was no longer necessary for where I'm going, and it was hard. I struggled, I cried, I fought, I went through it. But I can honestly say now that I am coming over onto the other side. I've been having much better days. I've been feeling much more upful and loveful and grateful in my heart and in my mind. I've been feeling more at ease. I've been feeling more slow and intentional. I'm truly living my dream life, and I know it, you know? And I had to experience death or transition. I like to say transition for people. So I had to experience death slash transitions of loved ones. I had to experience death of ideas, concepts, thoughts that I held to be true. I had to experience loss of my home, loss of our vehicle, loss of some of our main sources of income, loss of people who I thought were going to be in my life forever, loss of who I thought I was going to be at this period in life. You know, that is exactly what I've been trying to say. Like, I had to let go and release the thought or idea or concept I had of who I would be in this moment in time. Just the plan that I had in mind for myself, like, life is not going according to plan, and I just had to do away with the plan and just lean on the Most High and trust in Him and trust in His divine plan for me and my life. Something that I've been constantly telling myself throughout this period is sometimes things fall apart to fall back into place the way the Most High intended. Every build up is a breakdown. My King One have a song that said that, and that part of the song always touch me. Like, for everything you build up, you have something have to break down. For everything that you gain, you're gonna have to let go or lose something. And we're going to have to just start being okay with these things, or we're just gonna make the experience 10 times harder. Some things I learned in 2024: we should truly start taking care of our bodies, of our temples, as if we know that it's a place that the Most High is seeking to dwell within. We don't take care of ourselves as if we know it's a place that the Most High is seeking to dwell within. Imagine if your favorite celebrity was like, "Hey girl, can I come over? Can I come and visit your house?" Like, I know you would go out of your way to make sure your house spick and span for your favorite celebrity or your favorite person, your favorite famous person. But when it comes to taking care of our bodies for the Most High to dwell within, we don't often prioritize that. So that's something I've been truly understanding. Sometimes, if in a moment we would just pause and take a step back, that thing that seems so huge would become microscopic and it wouldn't be such a big deal anymore. 2024 was not the year I was broken, but it was the year I experienced metamorphosis, evolution, transformation, and I feel like we should all seek to shift our perspective more often, take a step out of our comfort zone, that comfortable space where you're observing life from. We should move around a little, shift around a little. Don't just stay in this one spot and observe life from here the entire time, because it will make some things bad for us and it will make some things very stagnant for us. We need to always seek things and observe life from different and new perspective every now and then. And I am just full and overflowing with gratitude, with love, with excitement, because I don't know, I love the idea of another chance to try again, another chance to do it right, another chance. It just seems so amazing to me. So I feel like all of these things were stripped away from me, but I was granted another chance to try again, knowing all that I know now, which is absolutely amazing to me. Like, And knowing all that I know now, I feel like I can go forward with much more confidence and faith and understanding and love and gratitude and grace for myself and others, and to just try and do the right thing and look at things from different perspectives and find the joy in the situation, find the love in the situation, find the good thing in the situation, and always seek the lesson in the situation. That's the most important part. But I can guarantee you, any situation that you think is the absolute worst, there is a lesson, and there is some bit of joy, and there is some manifestation of love. So shift your perspective. I don't know, this video was all over the place, but it was just some things I needed to get out, brain dump, and I will try to edit it in a way that it is comprehensible, because I feel like it was just. If you watch this video to the end, I truly give thanks, and I pray that you'll stay here for the rest of this journey. I'm going to try to be much more consistent on YouTube. As you can see, I have a new camera, so I have a different camera now other than my big camera, so I can make videos on the go. As these thoughts downloads come to me, I can make videos on them, and I just really hope for beautiful things in this new season, because it's obviously not the new year, it's a new season, it's just winter. But that's another video. Love and guidance always and always. One love, Rastafari. Bye.